As-salaam wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Year 6 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoy the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a text episode can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 16, An-Nahl, or the Bees, verses 26 through 40. These verses discuss how on the Day of Judgment, God will humiliate the arrogant and cast them into hell, while the righteous will enter paradise. God has sent the prophets to warn against the unbelievers' excuse that if God wanted, people would not worship anyone else. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. Those before them also plotted against the truth, but Allah shook their edifice through to its foundation, and its roof caved in on them, and the torment came at them from where they did not even suspect. Then on the day of judgment he will humiliate them and say, "Where are those deities you associated with me concerning whom you used to dispute with the true believers?" Those who have been given knowledge will say, "Today there will be shame and sorrow for the unbelievers." Those whom the angels caused to die while they were still engaged in doing injustice to their own souls. At the time of their death, they offer submission, saying, "We were not doing anything wrong." The angels will reply, "Oh yea, how dare you deny? Certainly Allah is aware of what you are doing. Now go ahead and enter the gates of hell. There you will abide forever." In fact, very awful will be the abode of the arrogant. On the other hand, when the righteous people are asked, "What is it that your Lord has revealed?" they say, "That which is the best." Good is the reward for such people in this world, and the home of the hereafter will be even better. How splendid will be the home of the righteous! Gardens of Eden will they enter, beneath which rivers flow, having therein all that they wish to have. Thus shall Allah reward the righteous. Such pious people the angels cause to die, saying, "Peace be upon you. Enter the paradise because of the good deeds you have done." Are these unbelievers waiting for the angels to come down to take their lives, or the commandment of your Lord to come to pass for their doom? So did those who went before them. It was not Allah who was unjust to them, but they were unjust to themselves. At the end, the evil results of their deeds overtook them, and the very scourge at which they mocked hemmed them in. The mushrikeen, or those who associate others with God, say, "If Allah wanted, neither we nor our forefathers would have worshipped anyone else but Him, nor made anything unlawful without His will." Such excuses were put forward also by those who went before them. Yet messengers have no more responsibility than to convey the message clearly. No doubt we raised in every nation a messenger saying, "Serve Allah and keep away from Taghut," or satanic forces. After that, Allah guided some of them while deviation proved true against the others. So travel through the earth and see what was the end of those who denied our message. No matter how eager you may be for their guidance, you should know that Allah does not guide those whom He let go astray, and such people will have no helpers. They solemnly swear their strongest oaths by Allah, saying, "Allah will never again raise the dead to life." Why not? It is a promise which He has made binding on Himself, though most among mankind may not know it. It will be fulfilled so that He may manifest to them the truth about which they differ, and so that the rejectors of truth may know that they were indeed liars. As for its possibility, when we intend to do anything which we want, we only need say, "Be," and it is. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.